Hi everyone, so this is going to be a video review of my current EDC toolkit bag that I always have with me in my pocket. Now I know that a lot of people will say that I have a lot of stuff, and I do, I have, but each thing I have in here serves its purpose, and over the last 10, 12, 15 years, I've added, I've changed, and this is what I currently carry, and I do currently carry it. When I'm at home, it goes in my home jacket, which is a Barber Linsdale jacket, and I always have it in my right pocket. And when I'm outside the house, this just goes in my right pocket, and I wear a suit at all times. And yes, I do have a bit of a bulge on the side of my suit pocket, but I don't care. This looks after me, and if I can look after myself, then I'm not a burden on other people. And there's always something in there that I need, just that little something, just to sort something out, just to tinker something, or to fix something, or to adjust something. It's always there, and I don't have to mess about looking for something. I'm always prepared, which I like as a disabled person. So yeah, people can make a comment, but people aren't going to be there to help me when I really need to fix something straight away when I'm in need. So I like having the freedom to look after myself. And I'm an engineer, I'm a scientist. I like being able to do things with my own hands. So yeah, and I'm a prepper. So there we go. So what I'm going to do, and this is exactly how I carry it. It just goes in my pocket. So I used to carry them without this, but now I don't carry them in any pouches or anything. This is perfect. So I'll show you everything. So I'm just going to take out everything and lay it out on the top of the screen. And then what I will do is I will show you in sections of what I have. So this is just a packet, which is an A4 document packet by the stationery company Oxford. They make really good heavy duty, heavy gauge packets, and I just use that. And you can tell from the wear, I've had this actually for about 2 years in my pocket, and it's not let me down, so that's perfect. So I carry it in that, and I'll put this to one side for a moment. So I have two multi-tools. Okay, first one is the Swiss Army Knife Tinker. I've done a review of this before, I think. So it just has the primary blade and the secondary blade. Essentially, it has a pair of scissors, which I always need, and then something to pry a little bit, a prying kind of tool, bottle opener, prier, large screwdriver. Instead of the corkscrew, it has the Phillips head screwdriver. Again, it's the Tinker model, so you can tinker about with it, and that's kind of what this whole kit is. It's a tinker kit just to keep me ready and going anywhere. I've put a pin in. This model doesn't come with a pin, but I've got a box of pins, and I just replaced them because I use that pin so many times. They get damaged. It's so useful just to have a pin in there. So yeah, this is Swiss Army Knife Tinker. And then I have the Opinel number 7 safety edge round tip. Now this is only for food. I wash it before use, I wash it after use, or sometimes I need to cut a large tablet, and I'll just hold the tablet down and cut it. So this is only for food. Perfect little knife, and obviously it's not used for any other thing. So tools, I have two flashlights or torches. One is a Gerber Recon, kept as a headlamp in the Night Eye strap. Perfect thing about this is that it's screw to on, so I always keep it on green, as you can see, but it also comes with the blue, white and red. So it's the Gerber Recon dial flashlight. And another thing about the Gerber Recon is that if you wanted to use it tactically at night, and you wanted to make sure that the red light came on, the Gerber have put a tactical thumb check here. So if it goes all the way through, it will definitely come on red. If it goes on to any other color, you will feel the abrasion. So any other color, blue, you'll feel the abrasion. White, you'll feel the abrasion. Red, you won't feel the abrasion because it'll be clear, and obviously I wanted to put it to green, you will feel the abrasion, but I keep it on green because I'm not tactical, but I just like green light at night. On a headlamp, it's just softer on my eyes than red light, to be honest. So my Gerber Recon dial and my and my Streamlight Micro Stream. Just simple switch on, switch off, nothing else. That's all I want. So simple AAA. This takes a AA, this takes a AAA. But always check your batteries every month, strip them apart, check the batteries. So there we go. Ultimate Survival Technologies Jet Scream whistle. I have this for a specific purpose. Everyone in my family knows that, and my friends, that, or if I'm in the lab, that if I blow this, I'm not messing about, I'm not joking, I need help right now. Not after you've finished your text message, or after you've read a tweet on Twitter, or had a cup of tea, or when you feel like it. I need help now. And that's a convention that all my friends and family members around me know, that if I blow this whistle, I need help. Usually because I've fallen down and I can't self-recover, or something else has gone wrong that I need help as a disabled person. So that's the thing I always carry. Then I have, how should I do this? Okay, so I have the Uncle Bill's tweezers. In the gardening, my aunt or I always get some sort of thorn or sliver or something, and this is just exemplary. I believe one of the US Army generals, one of the really famous US Army generals, often forget his name, Schwarzkopf? No, might be wrong, sorry. You will know who he is, but he was the person in charge of the Gulf War invasion, and I believe the story I read was that he kept one of these around his dog tags, but I've forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. It's really famous, really well respected general, US Army general. I think it might be. I'm gonna get told off, but you will all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, that really important person kept one of these around with his dog tag, so if he's keeping them, then I've got no complaints, have I? But I mean, I've used them as a disabled person, and these are phenomenal. I wouldn't go anywhere without them. So I also have a ceramic striker on here, and just a handcuff keep. That's just there for sort of novelty, really, nothing. But this is the essential item there, and my ceramic striker. Carrying on from the ceramic striker and duality of my tools, I have the Swedish Fire Steel. I'm not going out, on the Appalachian Trail or Dartmoor or anything because of my disabilities. I'd love to do that, but I just can't at the moment because I have difficulty walking, let alone jumping and about and all that. But I still practice in my back field, and you can see I've been practicing. I also let my little cousins practice on that, and they kind of just... Anyway, so this also has a whistle. This has a whistle, so again, duality whistle, duality striker, ferrocerium rod to make fire, and I do practice the skills because they're really important to know. I was speaking with my little cousins lately, and they have not been taught any kind of these skills in their schools, and I have started to teach them. So it's very important to have a striker, and then secondary making a fire, again, for fire reasons. Or for rope singeing and stuff. This is just a clear lighter. Usually I get the big ones, but they weren't available this time, so this is my model by Clipper. The reason I got this was, obviously, as you can see, I want the clear one so I can see how much fuel I have left. Very, very important. Okay, another tool that I have here is a marine tool. It's for marine shackle keys, and the two nuts. When you're in a maritime or wherever, or when you're in a boat, to tighten and to untighten the D-shackle keys, that's the tool you need. And also the round also opens up other door bay stuff, and also my pump. I have medical pumps, and the screws on them. The screws on them are sort of that wide, and this is the perfect thing to have. Bottle opener, but also you can actually use as a small pry tool, which is just perfect. I don't need like a hooligan bar or anything like that. So that then obviously I have a lot of stationery because I'm in the lab a lot. So as an engineer and scientist, I'm in the lab. I use stationery. I like stationery. I love stationery. I'm a stationery addict, but obviously I need to use it as well. So a Staedtler double sharpener for China graph pencils, and just a rubber. Okay, since I mentioned China graph pencils, I have two China graph pencils in here at all times. One is a black one, and the other is a red one. So these are by Staedtler Lumacolor, and they are like the mechanical pencils. You just clip it out. I think I've broken the lead. I need to replace the lead on one of them. Tighten that. So they will. There we go. I just need to tighten. So that fell out. Okay. So it just comes out, and you can just sharpen it in there, or you can use it as is. And I will keep hold of this because that is quite a bit of Chinagraph pencil. So I have there's a mechanical clutch in there like a normal clutch pencil. So I have two, a red one and a black one. I have two Sharpies, a red one and a navy blue. I'm not really a fan of black, but I often have to carry, but I carry a navy blue one and a red one. I have I have some map stationery here for marine maps and for aeronautical maps, or for any type of model making that I need to do. So I have the 0.2, which is the magenta ink here for updating marine maps, and then I have green, brown and blue, and I also have just a standard pen in here, the Stabilo sensor model number, or they call it an article number, but 189-41. This is the blue one, my favorite color, my favorite ink color, so comfortable to write with, and I use this all the time for normal writing at university and in the lab. So it's like writing on air. Really, it's just a beautiful pen, and I keep a spare one of these in here, and these are just for mapping. These are actually acid-free archival quality pigment ink. So another thing is they are waterproof, so even if you're writing wet, they don't smudge. If you write instantly now and you put water over them, they won't, the ink won't disperse or bleed. I'll do a test for these and I'll show you, and I absolutely love these in the lab, and my everyone else likes them as well. So these are by Zig Millennium Memory Systems, Zig Memory System, and then the Millennium, Zig Millennium, and the 0.2 ones, the 0.2 millimeter, which is a really fine, because you have to use stencils on maritime maps. So I have that. I keep a spare mechanical pencil, and it just gets used all the time and all the dust goes, but it's spare, just standard Bic, nothing special, just a Bic mechanical 0.7mm pencil, and I love these pencils. It's so easy and good to use, just a pencil. I keep a Vicks inhaler. Sometimes when I'm working, or sometimes there might be some sort of smell or something, and I just find that a Vicks inhaler is just so useful for that. So a Vicks inhaler. I keep a brush. I mean, when I was like 9 or 10 or something like that, even younger, my aunt gave me a big pot set of paints, different type of paints, and 2 sets of brushes. And at the end of that day, I just used this brush to clean up and dust away everything. I hadn't used this brush to paint, I just used the other brushes, and there was a full set down to like the micro ones all the way to the big 2-inch ones to do different paintings, and I just used this brush to clean up. And ever since that day, since I was like 7 or 8, I have carried this brush, and I'm now 34. I've carried this brush and I use it as a cleaning brush, just to clean laptops or dust away things and just dust little things, and I've just carried that as a dust brush. So, and I wash it, don't worry, I wash it, and I Dettol it and I keep it clean. But yeah, that's just my wash brush. A little bit of cordage, for no other reason than that I used to have it as a little lanyard for my Swiss Army knife, but I kind of got rid of it, but I kept the cordage in there, that if I needed to put it onto a lanyard, then I had the lanyard for it. No other reason other than that it used to be part of that. I keep a spare NATO strap for my watches, because you all know I love my watches. So this is the marine orange. So when I'm in the maritime environment, I absolutely love this marine orange. It can go on to one of my favourite watches, which is my Nautica sailing watch. So I always have a spare strap with me. So this is the marine orange strap, and I have a couple of these in my drawer as well, but I always have one in my toolkit. Finally and quickly, I have some Sea to Summit soap leaves. Just soap leaves, because sometimes if you're ever traveling and the bathroom doesn't have soap leaves. And I have 2 ink colors, green and purple. I'm going to replace this out with the Pilot V5 systems, but at the moment this is what I have. I always carry green and purple because I like to do my signature in green or purple. Just the 2 colors I've always loved, and I just happen to carry the inks for them. These are the Uniball ones. So that's the thing I always have with me, and at the moment in time this is just perfect. So I wanted to share that with you. let me know what you carry. I know it's a lot, but it gets me around and it keeps me happy. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave me some good comments, please, and please share with me what you carry, please. That'll be really cool. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.